Beneath dark wings, the vulture's secret life. From Nigerian rooftops to Tibetan mountain shrines, vultures orbit our world unseen, silent sentinels of the food chain whose role in nature is only now coming fully into focus. In a Lagos suburb at dawn, a lone silhouette flits across corrugated tin. Neighbors freeze as a black vulture settles on a rooftop, its beady eye surveying the courtyard. Some hiss at the bird's arrival, others cross themselves recalling old tales. In parts of southwestern Nigeria the vulture is called Igan, woven into lore as a bridge to the ancestors. But attitudes vary by region. In the Hausa North people use vulture parts in ritual medicine, while in the Igbo Southeast the bird is simply shunned as unclean. One Igbo proverb even warns, vultures do not stay in places of evil. Far from superstition, vultures perform a vital ecological service. With broad wings outstretched, they catch thermal updrafts and soar silently over the savanna, scanning the landscape and its refuse. Vultures have long stirred the imagination. Ancient Egyptians saw them as symbols of life and protection, even as others cast them as ominous harbingers of death. In reality, these misunderstood janitors, as one conservationist calls them, are nature's efficient cleanup crew. In recent decades, however, many vulture populations have crashed. For example, in India 97 to 99.9% of 3 species were wiped out by a veterinary drug, and by 2015 half of Africa's vulture species were reclassified to higher threat categories. How do these birds carry out their grim duties so safely? For one, vultures feed almost exclusively on carrion, dead and decaying flesh. The stomach of a bearded vulture, for example, is an acid cauldron so strong, pH/0.7, that it dissolves bone and neutralizes pathogens. Even killer bacteria pose no threat. Vultures shrug off anthrax, plague and other infections that would doom most animals. A 2015 genetic study found vulture genes finely tuned for heavy acid and pathogen loads, underscoring how evolution has made vultures uniquely fit for their odious role. In the field, vultures are mostly silent. Lacking the songbird's vocal organ, they do not sing or call. The turkey vulture, for instance, can only manage a low hiss or grunt when agitated. Instead, they communicate in subtler ways, wing claps, postures and pecks at carcasses. Yet their social bonds run surprisingly deep. For example, black vultures mate for life and whole flocks police fidelity. If one bird strays, the others intervene, and both parents then cooperate to raise each chick. Across the globe, vultures play remarkable roles in human culture. In the Tibetan highlands, bodies of the deceased are carried to mountain plateaus to be consumed by these birds. For Tibetans, this is not macabre but sacred. A local guide explains that sky-burial vultures are messengers between the earthly realm and the heavens, carrying souls upward as they feed. Similarly, India's Zoroastrian Parsis once built towers of silence for sky burials, where flocks of vultures completed the final rites. In Mumbai, one elder laments that fleets of white-rumped and long-billed vultures once swooped, but now ravens and kites have replaced vultures. Yet these beneficial birds are now in crisis. Poison, from livestock drugs to poacher's bait, is the leading killer. In one recent incident, 537 vultures were found dead at a poisoned elephant carcass in Botswana. As their numbers fall, pathogens flourish. In India, where vultures once numbered in the tens of millions, their collapse is blamed for surges in rabies and other diseases. One study estimated nearly 500,000 extra people died over 5 years from this loss. Vultures are nature's sanitation service, researchers warn. Silhouetted against dawn or dusk, vultures once signaled a healthy ecosystem. Now their silence signals alarm. Across continents they perch on carrion, perhaps oblivious to the hush below. The story of the vulture is still unfolding overhead, a tale of adaptation, devotion, faith and fragility. In watching the skies, we might yet learn to cherish the unseen work of these dark-winged custodians before it is lost. Like and subscribe for more.